Before we look at specifics around the hormonal phases and how to apply those to the diet to ensure that we optimize weight and we reduce body fat and all the rest of it, there are two concepts that we need to discuss. The first one is this concept of a keto dietary approach or a ketogenic diet, and a lot of you might have heard that. It's a very big buzzword in actually Banting in South Africa is the same as what we call keto in the UK. You can see from this these macronutrient ratios that it's an extremely high fat, extremely low carb approach. In general, a keto diet is 50 grams or less daily, and your protein intake is moderate. But certainly where the difference for a lot of people is going to lie is in switching around the fat and the carbs, because of course we've always been told to go low fat and higher in carbs, and it's a complete turnaround. Now, the beauty of a keto approach is that it will deplete all sugar available to the body. So by not bringing in the carbohydrates, we're not providing the body with glucose. So what it's going to do instead of using glucose is it's going to break down fats. So it will use that as a preferential energy supply. And there is a process, there's a kind of period, if you are not familiar with this, where you go through what they call the carb flu, which is, I mean, you can feel dreadful. And it can take maybe 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Depends how long you've been doing what you've been doing for. But once you've made that transition and you get through the sort of achy, low energy, because you've got to adapt, of course, your body's got to make the switch. And then we say that you're fat adapted. So then you're much more capable of using your fats as fuel. What happens is that you start to produce ketones, and those are used as fuel. And that's why it's called a ketogenic diet. So you may have heard that term, simply because you're pulling fatty acids out of the fat cells, you're switching them into ketones, and then the liver and the muscle cells are using those ketones.